G'day friends. Welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, all right. G'day Cherry. Hello Nuria. Welcome. G'day Janice. Hello my darling. Thank you for so much for. Oh, hang on.
G'day friends.
Welcome to Xrissart. Hang on a sec.
Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today.
Right. Sorry, I was fix that. Okay. Sorry, I was caught in there. Yeah, thank you, Janice. Thank you for moderating the stream today. All right, we are back to the pumpkin project. Now, so far what we've been doing is just layering. For all of those who are just joining in, I am working with PanPastels pastel pencils on Pastelmat. The size of the sheet that I'm working on is 30 centimeters by 24, but my image is not that big. It is 25 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So just a little fun project, and just let you know how to layer pans. I was reading a post on a Facebook group, and this particular artist was trying to get used to the layering process, and that's what it's all about. You've just got to get used to how this works. It's not a difficult thing. Patience and experimenting. So we're going to keep on going. Elaine, hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Well, I'm just going to get straight into it, aren't I? Now, I had a look at what I've been doing, and look, I'm quite happy at the moment now to release, or just to sort of take this this masking film. Now, you can't see that it might be masking film, but if I do this, maybe you can. If I just sort of tilt it a bit, you can. Yeah. I want to work on this pumpkin. There's a few little bits and pieces here, but I'm okay with this. I think I've done enough. And this is the best part. I love this part so much. It's such a really nice feeling, isn't it? Maybe I'll work from the top. I think let's work from the top. And this is how good masking film works with this kind of thing. Okay, so look how well this masking film has been able to protect the areas that I don't want painted. Yeah, that's so cool, so satisfying. Jelena, hello my dear, hello. Perhaps I can inspire you, Jelena, today. Yes. All right, so, and of course this is a blade which I use. I actually got this one from Cult Pens, to be honest. Yeah, I'm okay with this one. This is all right. The only thing is that you just got to be careful. Look how, maybe that's, yeah, there are other types, but I just got this one. Anyway, all right, the tools. I've got all kinds. I've got Sofft Tools by PanPastel, which are the tools of choice for PanPastels, to be honest. The pans are made specifically or designed specifically low dust, no dust when using the Sofft Tools. Okay, the Sofft Tools, and there are sponges as well. I use bristle brushes as well. I'll use anything. I'll use anything to get wherever I want, whatever. Look, hacked up ordinary oil painting brushes, anything to get the outcome that I want. So sometimes you will see me use a sponge. Sometimes you'll see me use Sofft Tools. Sometimes you'll see me use bristle brushes. It all depends. And of course, by using bristle brushes, I get to use PanPastels so much more before I get stuck into my pastel pencils, which is right next door here. Chandri, hello, how you going? Chrissy, Janice says, Chrissy, isn't that knife supposed to have a ceramic blade? Yes, it is. It is. This is an X-Acto one. This is made in the US. I've just run out of them and I haven't bought some. Yeah, true. Thanks for picking that one. That's a good pickup. Hello, Ali. Good morning. Kalimera. Ehis kimasi tzatziki. Ali is asking me, have I tried tzatziki, which is a yogurt and cucumber with garlic and lemon and salt and pepper dip? And the answer is yes, of course. I even make it. All right, so I shall get stuck into this. Now I've also got my glassine paper to protect the areas and protect the oil from getting onto whatever I've done, and I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, the one thing I haven't got is the reference. So just let me put that on there if it'll let me. Will it let me? No. Oh, it's not letting me. Ugh. Anyway, I can't get to it at the moment. Paulo, hello, greetings to you. Greetings to you as well. Now the brush that I'm going to use, there are these two brushes are probably the brushes that I've used the most, and you can see that, you know, it is a well-worn brush to the point where you can't see now the logo. And of course the bristle brushes, the one reason why, there's a few reasons why I like these ones, because the bristles don't come away from the ferrule, that's one. Two, they have the right amount of snap. And I like the length of the bristles and how they're shaped and what I can use for in different areas of my painting. So as you can see, there are 4 different kinds of brushes, so I think you get pretty good value. So here you get the angular, here you get like a very short bright, and here, yeah, I don't know how, maybe a longer bright, and not as firm as these two, like the bristles are much closer together. And this one is lovely for blending through and making softening edges. And this one's really good for applying pastel down fast in a controlled way. I don't know any other way how to describe it but that. So I'll just get going. Okay, here we go. All right, so, and I've also got my palette right beside me. The colours that I'll probably be using in this one is probably the turquoise group. Now I have in the description box below, I have the colours of the pans that I'm using. Probably chopping and changing, but they're the main colours. Now if you don't have all of those colours, you don't need all of those colours, but of course there is the want, which is what happens to me. I have to have them. Do I have to have them? Yes, of course. So for example, and when I talk about the group, this is what I mean. I mean, this is the group, the turquoise group of colours. So how it works is this. Okay, so this is the pure pigment. This is what happens when they add white. And from here, this is what happens when they add black. And this is what happens when they add more black. But you don't have to stop there, right? If you use white and black, you can extend that to about maybe 16 variations of that one pigment. Okay, so I will always say this from time to time, so for those who are needing clarification, and of course I'm using, let me see, I'm using this one because I want to apply pastel down real quickly. Let me see, okay, I love my Eco Tool brushes too. I get what you mean, there you go. I'm glad, because sometimes, like when I explain something, I know how it is in my head, but by the time it comes out, not sure if the translation is right, so you'll have to pardon me if sometimes it doesn't come out the way. You'll just have to stop me and go, Chrissy, what are you talking about? Abigail, hello, my dear. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Yeah. All right. Last week I also talked about, I showed you the, Ali, this one would be for you, okay? Especially for you. The watercolors, the Rose Gallery watercolors from the Ukraine. And so after the stream, I did some swatching. I filmed it, so I just haven't had a chance to put it together, but I've done some filming, and I'll show you a little later on what they look like, and it's probably good to see what they look like dry. Lovely watercolors. Yeah. Oh, Diane, just popping in to say hello. Hello, my dear. Nice to see you here. Yeah. If you hear, there are certain sounds that you hear in the background. It's the birds, but then there's the dogs. And Artie, hello, darling. Oh, oh. Yep. They're making all sorts of noises. They must have found some kind of bug underneath something that they can't get to, so they're scratching. Wow. Nanette, hello, my dear. Welcome. Okay, those watercolors arrived at my door 48 hours after the live stream. I wasn't able to. Oh, wow. Well, the $64 million question, Annette. Have you played with them? And I'll show you later. Now I know in different parts of the world, because our currencies are different and the conversion. I mean, don't take any notice of the currency that's in Australia. Our dollar is so much more. I reckon anyone that's purchasing from Australia will get a lot of bang for their buck. But having said that, I'm interested. Nanette, the question is for you, were your watercolors, what was the price that you got yours, and where did you get yours from, is the question as well. Of course I haven't touched them yet. Just asking. Oh dear. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm applying colour down, well, I'm not going to say quickly, because when you're using the Sofft Tools, you would lay them down a lot quicker. The reason why I'm not doing that at the moment is because of the tooth. I'm finding that by using the bristle brush, I'm able to press the pastel more evenly into the tooth, provided that I put enough pastel down, that is. I find with the Sofft tool at the moment, I'm not saying this is all I would rather use Sofft Tools for larger areas, but what would happen here is that if I'm using Sofft Tools, I find, I'm not saying that everyone else, I'm finding for me, is that the pastel just sits a little bit, even though I'm actually quite harsh with these Sofft Tools. But I find that I manage to probably be a little bit more gentle. I don't know, not gentle, I don't know what I don't know, maybe I'm able to put pressure, but I don't seem to be destroying tool or my brush, whatever it is. Janice's. Oh, I saw something from Janice. Did you guys see Daniel Smith came out with watercolor sticks? I know that Janice, I know that Daniel Smith do have sticks. I have had some. Have they introduced more colors? I think is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. Oh, no, it says around $50 on Amazon. I used points and only paid $30. Wow. Yeah. See, for us here, for me, it's $100 Australian dollars. Okay, Australian, where I got mine from. Okay, so, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. In Australia, everything is so much more expensive. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it is. It's always been that way. Nothing new. But anyway, but I was still happy to pay that, I suppose. Okay, sticks are not new unless they have some new colours. There you go. Yeah, I agree, Paulo. Yep, because I've seen the sticks. Janice says, Chrissy, I thought the watercolour sticks were a new thing, but I guess not. Yeah, no, Janice, they've been around for a while. You just don't hear about it much, I suppose. But yeah. Okay, colours that I'm using. You wouldn't believe it. This is Hansa Yello. Look what happens. Funny in the colour mixing situation. There we go. This is Hansa Yello. Oh look, don't mind that. But this is the yellow, like the brightest. It's like a lemon yellow. By adding black. Oh, hang on. No, hang on. What have I got? No. Oh, is this? Oh, hang on. What have I done? No, that's Hansa Yellow. Where's my tint? Oh, there's a tint. Oh, bugger. Sorry, I do apologise. Oh, it's in my other pile. But, yes, but with, with the Hansa Yellow, this is bright yellow green, sorry, I do apologise. But with the Hansa Yellow, when you add black to that, this is very, very similar. So, I just thought I'd mention that. I know, sorry. I thought I had it like this, thinking that that was the group, and they do look similar. But yes, anyway. Chandra says, I got a very special parcel today. 17 kgs of art supplies. Oh my Lord. Okay, Helen cleared her drawers of all things she didn't want anymore and sold it for a very special price. It was it was over €1,000 now for, is that 168? Wow, that's very, very good. 17 kilos of art supplies. That's massive. Oh, you're going to have to share what you got. Is that a new top? Yes, and I haven't worn it, I must have said too many times, I think. But yes, oh, thank you so much, Janice. It's kind of you to notice. Oh, by the way, I've quit my old day job, by the way, and I'm starting a new job in a couple of weeks. Okay, so now I'm flipping with the angular side, and this has given me a bit more control as far as direction. All angular brushes do, regardless of whether you're painting with oils, acrylics, watercolor, and pastel is no different. Have you opened your Oh, you're going to post it now on Facebook. Okay, Chandri, wonderful. My gosh. Ali says, Chrissy, I have heard about Rosa Gallery. They aren't available in the UK besides eBay. I have tried their acrylic, not their watercolour or oil. Well. Nanette says, I was wondering when you were going to quit. Do you know what your new schedule will be? Not quite sure at the moment. I will be, I've got a week off before I start. It will probably be Monday to Friday. The hours may vary. There's some early starts, early finishes, late starts, late finishes in the day. But I tell you what, I'm so looking forward to it. Imagine being surrounded with all those art supplies. One cannot get too complacent, I think, in a place like that. Okay. Now what I'm doing, as you see, I've got my my palette, and this is the palette that I've been using with this project. And what's really interesting, because I have, wait for it, because I have different projects going. These are some that some projects that I've finished underneath. But normally what I do is I tape my my palette to the board that I'm working on, so at least I can see what colours I've mixed, because I've got about 4 projects on the go, 1 on YouTube and 3 on Patreon, which is a very good segue here for all of those who are interested. We've got quite a few projects going. One of them is a surreal portrait, female portrait, so we're doing skin tones, hands, eyes, nose, face. The other one is a dapple grey horse, surreal of course, and it's got antlers. What else? Those bloody horns. I really like those horns on those animals. And another one is the ice cream, the surreal ice cream that I've posted the reference on Share Your Art with Xrissart. So for all of those who are interested, that project is being done real time on Patreon. So very interesting. Elaine says, Chrissy, can you say more about your new job? Different field? In the art field. But I will talk about this. Yes, I will. Okay, I agree with Janet about the blouse. You could hide a lot of needed erasers in those sleeves. Yes, I could, couldn't I? Oh, that's so funny. Yes, and they will all go missing, and we'll know where to look, won't we? Jelena says, what is your new job, Chrissy? And what did you do previously? Is it a big change, and why? Abigail says, I guess she will be coming home with needed erasers every day. Yes, says Abigail. Still, she'll bounce if she falls. She won't be able to show us everything as it won't fit on camera. Dear. Okay, Ali is talking about creme brulee and cake with rose. I'm not sure. And something about in the afternoon. Anyway, I can't. Which Ali loves. Okay, all right. Okay, new job. Okay, to answer Jelena's question, the old job, I was working for an electrical engineering company, and I was for nearly 10 years, and more on the admin side and customer service for electrical parts. It couldn't be any more further and less creative than what we do here. But it paid the bills, you see. It paid the bills, so that's what I was doing. So, and now I'm probably and doing customer service and stuff like that. But now the job that I'm going to is a job where it's selling art supplies. Sofft Pastels art supplies, and then there's a like a news agency side to it as well. But it's yes, I used to look after the section and the branch where I used to work. I can say that now, can't I? Yes, so that is what red iron oxide extra dark. And I'm just going to be applying layers. I need to just put down some base layers here. Yes, and so that's what I was doing. And I wasn't looking for this job that I'm going to now. I was offered this job, and yeah, so it's selling art supplies, communicating and dealing with art manufacturers, national, international, doing projects, and also looking after the agency side. Yeah, so a lot of interesting things. I'll be looking at art supplies all day. Oh my gosh, how good is that? And you see, with my previous job, I would get a query about about an electrical item and some technical thing. Well, I couldn't answer that. I could do everything else but technical, and I couldn't answer that. But if someone was to, in my new job, if someone was to ask me about a particular product, I would be able to answer them off the cuff, and there's customer service. So I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. And the people that have offered me the job, they're really lovely people. I've known them for a very long time. So yes. Buy a bigger, what is it? Okay. Cake and Rose, where did that come from? It's pumpkin season, that's right. Oh dear, I don't know. Anyway, so this project will give you a very good, it has a lot of, there's a lot of skills that can be, with this particular project. What it shows you, what we can practice is practicing blurry backgrounds. We can be practicing how to blend. We'll be practicing how to achieve textures. What else? That's, textures and detail, okay? And particularly with these, I've got to be really careful with these colors because we can create mud. So this is a very good way for us to, be careful of colors, because I've always got my color wheel by my side, and it's really interesting, when I have a question about a particular color. And for those who are not aware of how to mix, a little tool like this is really cool. So for example, and some people are not sure how to use this. So there's a little wheel on the inside, there's another wheel on the outside. So for example, see these colors here, so they're all the primary colors. So if you're mixing yellow with say with red, you will get this color, you know what I mean? If you're mixing red orange with, so you get a bit of red, bit of red, bit of yellow. Well, we know that that's what makes orange. Bit of blue, and this is what a bit of blue, this is what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Things like white, this is what you're going to get. Like, it gives you this little window. And there you go, this yellow, orange, and black. So that just goes to show, this is what I was talking about before. Hansa yellow. See this I would say that this is close to the lemon yellow. And by adding the black, you get this color, which is this color. See? And this just happens to be, the bright yellow green. And this is what I was saying to you about before. The bright yellow green lot of pastels are very similar, the group are very similar to the Hansa yellow, okay? Yeah, that's why I was talking about that. Yeah, so something like this tool is really good just to have, and this is a little one. You can get these really big ones, but I don't think you need that. I think provided that you can read, and there's like lovely little notes here telling you what the primary colours are, what your secondary colours are, what tertiary colours are. These are 6 tertiary colours, each made by mixing one primary colour with the adjacent secondary colour. Fantastic. Yeah, it tells you what warm colours are, tells you what cool colours are, because people have that question. They're not sure, well, how can you tell what's cool and what's not? Well, there you go. Reds, oranges and yellows are warm. Cool colours are greens, blues and violets. And I suppose because the blue is in all of these colours, I would consider that's why they call it warm, because I mean we know that the yellow and blue make green, but and here the reds, oranges and yellows, you know, again there's more reds here, so the reds, you know, yeah, so, yeah, and it gives you the tints, what a tint is, a colour plus white, tone, colour plus grey, well that's white and black of course, the shade, colour plus black. It's interesting how it works with the pans, and this works for every medium, this colour wheel. Neutral grey, a balanced combination of white and black. So I think this is a really interesting, and it's got a lot of information for something very, very teeny. Okay. Jenna says, okay, she's going to have to hand her paycheck every week to pay for her supplies. Yes, I know. Well, we call them here mates rates. I mean, it's a term. It's a slang term that we use. But yes, or staff rates, I suppose. If I'm lucky, if they're allowing me to, you know. Yes, I suppose that would be. I probably wouldn't ask for that. And I won't expect it either, but it sure would be nice, wouldn't it, when the time comes? And they've already sort of done that to me anyway, so I'm very, very lucky. But I have the thing with this new job, I don't know, they wouldn't be watching, but and I think they may realise, but I have a lot to offer the role. I have got my previous role, I wasn't able to be as creative as I could be, and you know what I mean, that there was a limited a limited time for me to be creative. It's very, very hard to be creative in an electrical engineering company, right? But in this role that I'm doing, I feel that I will be able to be extremely creative. More so where they might think, oh, okay, Chrissy, hold your horses. I reckon that's what will happen. Okay, it could cure the art supply hoarding problem. Yes, after so many hours surrounded in colour, all you would want to do is rest, and still I'm thinking you're making the right decision. Yes. Oh, I'm making the right decision. Yes. Okay, she's already talking like a PanPastel ambassador. Ah, dear. Yeah. Oh, well, PanPastels don't know. They don't pay me to talk. You know, I don't get paid to. I buy my own supplies, so yes, it's a good point, Nanette. But at the moment, I buy my own supplies, and you know they don't sponsor me at all, and so therefore. Yes, my opinions are my own, but yes, you know, I talk about them because I enjoy using them and I just want to share. But I totally get what you mean, Annette. I know. It comes out because I get so excited. I can't help it. Okay. But their sales rocket once Chrissy starts. Oh, possibly. Yes, well, let's just see what happens. Oh, I'll definitely keep you posted, of course. I will definitely keep you posted. Okay, I've also got orange here. And I think this is the, it's orange shade. And of course, it's orange plus black gives you orange shade. But at the moment, I've got the colour that I want already mixed, so I don't have to worry so much. I just want to make this mark here, just so I know it's there, and then I'll just work on it. Okay. Jelena says, your new place of work, is it your local art shop? You videoed a while back. You say you saying money and time. You'll be saving money and time commuting. Oh, will I? Okay. If yes, then it's a win-win. Okay. The answer to your question is yes. It is that shop, Jelena. That's one. And two. It would be about the same commute, about the same. But I'm not worried about that. That's fine. It's a win in some cases. But yes, no, that's all right. Well, I'm close to another very big shopping area there as well. So the whole place is dangerous, actually. Somehow I'll end up spending money more than what I want, but that's okay. Okay, this pumpkin has got so many colors. I am looking at this and it has got so many colors. It does not look like it when you look at the reference. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know why I can't see it. Let me just see if I can get it again for you. Yeah, okay. I just want to see, and I don't know why it's not showing. Hang on, let me just get it again. Two seconds. I won't be long. I don't know why it's not coming up. Whoa. Okay, no, yeah, just looking, yeah. There we go. Oh. So, if you can see that pumpkin, you might not be able to tell, but this pumpkin has got so many colors. It's got the turquoise group of colors. It's got reds and browns and oranges and light greens and pastel oranges and all of these different colors that make up this. And if you were to look at it like as a quick glance, you would think, oh, okay, a soft green and a pale orange. But really, to be able to give this pumpkin justice, there are all of these textures, and I've just gone right into it and not looked at it as a pumpkin, but more looked at it as a subject or an area. Yeah. Okay, Ali says, have you heard that the Golden Paints had added more colours into their high flow acrylics? Ooh, for the, and that's for Janice. Okay, yeah, well, and for me. No, but I'm sure I will see that down the track. I didn't know that. Abigail says it would be cheaper not to work. I know. Okay. Yes. G'day, horsewoman. Hello there. How are you today? Welcome. Welcome. Okay. So. Oh, actually, no. It's this green. So all I'm doing at the moment is just looking at certain areas and finding what areas, and again blocking, it's all about the blocking. This is the turquoise tint, and I figured that this is, I just want to place certain colours so I don't lose my map. And as you can see with the brush, well, it's because of the surface as well, is that it's a bit stubborn, and that's because I haven't put enough layers down. So, yeah. What else can I tell you that's new and interesting? Also, you know, for those who are just stumbling in, we also have a Facebook group, Share Your Art with Xrissart. This particular Facebook group was asked by our friends here. Lindy, hi there, how you going? Was asked by our friends here, and what we do is we continue the conversation, and this particular group is we share our art. It's pretty much self-explanatory. We share our art, we share our art supplies, great art bargains, our Facebook groups if you've got one, maybe a video which you think that the group might benefit from, what else? Generally that kind of thing. And this group is actually quite you know, we're quite a nice group. You know, there's no real hard and fast rules, just being nice to each other. You know, no politics or anything like that. We're not into that. So if you want your politics, yeah, this is not the place. But generally we're not like, I think everyone here is not like that. So yeah, so that's what this is all about. And we have what we have is inspirations and art challenges every month, and which you all can contribute and participate in. So one of them, well, we have the monthly inspirations or challenges, but another thing is that in the past we've had trading art cards, you know, where in the group, and now this is an ongoing thing, where we provide a 4x6 little art piece, and we art swap with our friends on Facebook. And what happens with that is that you direct message each other the addresses. So I've got nothing to do with that. It's between you guys, and you end up receiving a lovely little art piece from your friend from somewhere around the world. Now it could be any medium, any surface, but so long as it's about a 4x6. Did we say 4x? No, was it 5x7? Oh my gosh, not 4x6. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, I've lost it. Not 5x7. I can't believe it. Just drawn a blank. Okay, not too bad, still in hospital, but hopefully going home today. Oh dear, get well soon please, Lindy. Wow. Oh, Vivian, hello. Just saw you come in. Hello there. Hi all on this very wet day. Hope you're safe and love to all. Yes, in Victoria and in New South Wales, that's the state where I'm from. It's just been raining cats and dogs constantly. I don't get it. you know, we need a bit of, I need more pastel down here, so it's not going to do what I want it to do. So, sorry, mid-conversation here. Yeah, so, yeah, it's just been raining. Yeah. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, Janice has put in the link to the Facebook group. And of course there's Patreon as well, so for those who are interested in step-by-step real-time projects, I live stream every Monday night or Australian time, Monday night, Tuesday night. Northern Hemisphere, it would be in the mornings for you. Day before, because, you know, us Aussies are a little bit ahead. Yeah. There's also burnt sienna. Here we go. Just a little bit too bright, but that's okay because I'm going to apply another colour on top. I just need this colour to go down. Okay, Ali, yes, it's been raining awfully in the UK too. Thursday was the worst as it didn't end until the end of the day. Is that a bird or an alarm? It's a bird. It's a bird. Yep. Yes. I don't know what kind of a bird it is, but it's a bird. Okay, if you saw, I mixed burnt sienna shade and orange shade. And I'm getting this lovely golden tan colour. Very, very nice. And I'm just a bit careful on how I mix these colours because these ones are going to create mud if I'm not careful. But I need a bit of texture, so, and there is a bit of this murkiness that's on the pumpkin, so I'm getting it to, it'll work with me, I believe. That's the turquoise shade. Ah, yes. That is, yes, it is a lovely colour, isn't it? Yes. Interesting what you can do. Oh, just amazing, all the colours that you can mix, just like wet paint. I need to put some base down. This area here is light, but I need to put some pastel down. And what I've done is I've put the turquoise group, the turquoise shade down. There's that bird again that you can hear, Abigail. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting down all the colours that I can see. So that's all I'm doing at the moment. Looks nothing like a pumpkin. Okay, Ali, bye for now. Take it easy, and thanks for popping in. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for joining in the chat. Jenna says, that bird is saying, feed me, feed me, feed me. Yes, probably. Well, I was about to say it's springtime, but even in wintertime, it's crazy here with birds, so. Cherry says, mice, look, I wouldn't doubt it for a minute, but in this case, I can assure you it's birds, and if it was mice, oh my gosh, I would be on the table. I would be on the table. Mm-hmm. Okay. Plus, I am very careful not to, and I keep on saying it, but I'm telling you now, like I'm thinking about the colours that I'm putting down, that I'm not creating mud with what I'm doing when I'm mixing. Okay, so I know that I've put in the turquoise. By putting in the green, it's not going to create mud. In fact, it'll probably mix and really make a really nice shade. But all I can see are certain areas which are bright, certain areas, areas that are sort of on the yellowy green side, and these ones are more on the cool side, the turquoise. Yeah. Just got to be careful there. Mice are cute, on the other hand. Spiders, well, you know, and it's not funny. I don't mind the spiders. I don't mind them. Yeah, the mice. I can't do mice. I can't. Yeah, no, can't do that. Can't do the mice. Hang on. I went too far down with this turquoise where I want to put the brown, so, and I'm picking it up with my trusty kneaded eraser, or kneadable eraser, whichever way you want to say it, kneadable eraser. And how is it that I have two by my side just in case if I lose one, which is what happens to me all the time. So I'll just put that there. So here, I cannot tell you that how important it is to have Ari, how important it is to have the kneadable eraser. Ari was going into an area in my art space where she shouldn't. Yeah, it's always the way. You know, when you talk on the phone, you know, like when you've got kids, little kids, if you've ever got little kids, or, you know, they're quiet, or they're doing, not that they're quiet, but they're doing their thing, and it's not until you get on the phone that's when they want to act up. And I believe the dogs are the same in this instance, you know, although they've been okay. Oh brother, I don't even want to look. Okay, my granddaughter asked me why I don't have spiders in my house. I told her they weren't allowed in. I check every morning. Oh, that's so funny. Vivian, okay, yeah, there you go. Vivian is from Queensland. So, so Queensland is the state above where I live. I live in New South Wales. Vivian is in Queensland. My sons, from one of them who lives in Queensland, Vivian, Townsville in fact, and another one lives in Darwin. It's the capital of Northern Territory in Australia. So they're in the northern part of Australia, and they're coming down because they're in the army, these fellows. They're in the defence, and they're coming down to assist. They're doing a flood assist. So they're going to be helping helping all of those that need help. We've had some terrible floods. So That's what they're there to do. They're here to protect, the defense is here to protect the country. And they do it without question. So actually this area here, I need, it's not as much of the turquoise here, there's more of the, hi Kathy, hello, welcome, nice to see you here. You had loads of floods, Cherry? Is it floods? Or spiders are we? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay, we had lots of rain and still have a horse pine ban. Oh, hose pipe. What am I saying? I can't read. Hose pipe ban. Is that right? How is that possible? Abigail says, when my son was a toddler, he was opening the cupboards and making a mess. So I tied the doors when he could open the knot. I tied a plastic spider to it. It worked for a while. Oh wow. Oh, how fun. That's cool. That's one way to do it. That's so funny. Wish I'd thought about that. I never thought about that. Very creative indeed. Yeah. Yes. So I was just wondering, how has everyone's week been? Hope everyone's week has been okay, or well, or okay. Scared my sister when she came to visit. Oh, oh, that would have been funny. Oh, sorry, this is bothering me. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, just checking where my animals are because they're too quiet now. We're not happy, are we? All right, so I think we're going well here. Not that I'm putting a lot of pressure, but it's not light now, this pressure that I'm doing. It's actually medium pressure. See, it's interesting, all of these different colors that it's got. I find it interesting. And here's a question for you. And I've seen a few posts when someone asks you if you put say for example, how I'm trying to explain it, the difference between an art person or an artist or someone, or a crafty person, someone who does craft or art, and someone who does none of that. When you put, say for example, and this is a really good example. So if you put a color like this in front of them, you ask them, what color is that? And then they'll say to you, oh, it's blue. But then to an artist or someone who does craft, they'll go, oh, look, that's ultramarine blue. Do you know what I mean? The reason why I say that is because sometimes I have conversations with my husband, and I go sometimes, and I'm looking, and we're in a car and we're driving here. Look, I keep on working. We're in a car and we're driving, and I go, oh, look at that lovely cerulean blue sky, and to him it's just blue. Do you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Or sometimes when the clouds, maybe when there's some really violent clouds, or it's just about to storm. They're not. I mean, to the lay person will go, oh, look, they're just dark grey, but in fact they're like a deep violet. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I wondered, does that ever happen to you as well? Okay, Nanette says, okay, first of all, Nanette, okay, you did a boot camp class at the gym today. Wonderful. I'm going to be sore all weekend. That's okay. You know that you did something very good for your body. Chandri says, crazy busy. I'm alone at work for the last 7 weeks. Normally we had 70 hours work hours, and now I need to arrange it in my 10 hours. Oh, no way. Oh well, you're not allowed to breathe, do anything, you just keep on working, I think. I have a lot of extra work hours now. Abigail says, I always fight with my husband about the blues and the greens. Yes. Yeah. For example, sometimes like the skies look like this. To me, sometimes I know that it says turquoise, but it's not cerulean. I know what cerulean looks like. But sometimes the skies look like this, but more pastel, like more light in colour, pastel in colour. But yes, it's interesting how you see different colours in the skies, or the blues, the greens, like even, for example, like the browns, like it's not just brown, there could be, it's more like a classic example, to someone looking at that, they'll go, oh, that's brown, or they'll go, oh, that might be light brown. Do you know what I mean? Or dark brown. So it doesn't matter. It's dark. It's just a dark, but it's a brown looking colour. That's funny. Yeah. And someone would look at that and go, well, that looks green. Actually, that's fair. That one. Oh yeah, here's something. Someone would look at that and they would go, oh, well, that's purple. Do you know? And it looks purple, but it's violet. Do you know? Or they'll look at that and they'll go, that's green. And then they'll go, oh, well, look, that's light green. Although that one is bright yellow green shade. But do you know what I mean? Like that's, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so when we're driving, or when we're looking, or when we're sitting on the balcony, and we'll go, and I'll say, and this is what I'll do. I'll say to my husband, "What?" And now, well, of course, now he's getting. Well, I've trained him now, haven't I? And I'll go, well, what colours can you see now? And he picks the colours out, which is really good. Okay, it's the same with my husband, says Nuria. Cherry says, I can't always explain colours to my husband. He doesn't seem to see them the same way. This is what I mean. And I go, well, you know, that's just blue. I go, no. But yeah, it's crafty, or it's very creative people. When I say creative people, I mean people that do jobs in colour, for example. You know what I mean? Horsewoman says, our skies in Colorado are cerulean blue. There you go. And fade out close to the mountains and tree line. There you go. Look how beautifully said is that. I've got the picture of that all in my head now. It looks beautiful. As long as they share some food, that can be fun. Okay. Kathy says, it's an artist's privilege to see as many colours as we can, or add them. That is exactly right. So, okay, now I can start building. I think I may, depending on how I put down these layers. Okay, this is the red iron oxide shade, and I might have to mix in with this a little bit. Because I've put down some layers, I can actually start to put more colours and build colours. So that's what I'm... this area seems to be darker though, so I should maybe just a touch of the black in this area here. And the reason why when I pick up the pan and I dab a little bit sometimes is that I've picked up too much with my brush, and so I just dab a bit. Usually I like to control how much pastel I put down. You're not going to believe it. My puppies are lying down on the floor next to me. They've decided, yeah, no, she's not going to pay any attention to us. Okay, our skies are usually grey. But I bet you they're really nice greys. There's warm greys, blue greys, violet greys. Yeah, interesting. Nature is beautiful. We're very lucky to witness it. Our skies are grey too, and when they are blue, there are so many white stripes. See? All these different shapes and colours, and yeah, so yes, so sometimes, yeah, you see, with the clouds, hey, yeah, of course. And yes, when you say that, because I've actually painted stripy clouds, stripy skies. Yep. I'm adding black to this mixture, this layer that I've put underneath. I've got to go really dark here in this section here. For this to work, I've got to do that. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm going very, very lightly with the black and controlling it with the brush. Just making sure that I'm putting enough of the pigment down in the on the surface, on the subject. Yeah. If I want something to be, and it all depends, if I want something to be black, I don't just put the black colour on. I mix it with, whatever subject is at that time. But I would add, of course I would add, if it's a really dark, rich black area, I would put a lot of black, but then I would also mix it with another colour pan, which then there's a really nice glow, because sometimes when you use black on its own, it kind of like looks a bit dead and a bit lifeless actually. So and of course when then using highlights or something light makes an area more dark, doesn't it? Grey with violet rain clouds, there you go. Yes, grey with violet rain clouds, yes. Isn't it funny how the most wildest looking things can be sometimes the most attractive? Like for example, when you're painting a sky and there's no clouds, well, it's not very interesting, is it? It's just blue. But when there are clouds, and of course there are lovely white clouds, but then there are boring clouds, looking clouds. But then it's the really, what is it? The rhombulous ones. Now, no, I'm not going to get this right with the names. You know, there's rhombulous, rhombulous, nipulus, I don't know. Those puffy clouds, they're the rain clouds, and they're the most interesting looking. And particularly when you're painting, in a painting, it looks so interesting. But yeah, it's interesting how those sorts of clouds are nice to paint. Hooker's green. Okay, what? Oh, hang on, here we go. But the grass is green. And Jerry says, is it now? Hooker's green. Yes, see, there you go. Oh, green is another story altogether, isn't it? Oh my gosh. You know, and it's interesting how you, what is it? Cumulus? Cumulus. There you go. Cumulus. Yes. So I knew someone would know. Okay, I'm going to bed really tired. Okay, Jelena, thank you so much for joining in. Have a lovely weekend and a good week next week. And thank you for joining in the chat. It was lovely to have you around. Because again, when I drive to work, there's a lot of trees. I'm on the highway, but I'm passing a lot of bushland on the highway. And I'm always looking at the different colour greens. The different colour. It's interesting how you brought that up, Abigail, because yes, there are so many greens. Emerald green, yellow green, blue green. Oh gosh. It goes on. Phthalo green. Well, this one says phthalo, but to me, I would call it emerald green. Do you know what I mean? Olive green. It just goes on. I mean, I'm just trying to think of all of the greens that I may know off the cuff. Yeah. Greens is another thing. I'm just going to keep on applying dark. I'm just going very, very slow here because and if I put too much, I know that I can pick it up with my kneadable eraser. Again, my husband is waiting to take photos of the autumn colour trees, but they are very late changing this year. Oh, and you know what? Autumn is just such, I think it's probably the most prettiest, the most breathtaking season, followed by spring. Although, when I think about it, if I'm thinking a snow-covered forest, beautiful and white, oh, that's so beautiful as well. We're very lucky. I think, now that I think, all the seasons are lovely. But autumn is just such a gorgeous, particularly when you've got maple trees and for all of those Canadians, you are so lucky. You've got these gorgeous maple trees everywhere, and all of the different, oh, probably in the US as well, I'd say. In Europe? Anyway, maple leaves, I think, are the most gorgeous. From the yellows to the oranges, oh, to the dark reds, and then eventually they fall off. But yes, you'd have to be there to catch them at the right time, wouldn't you? The gum trees, yeah, the gum trees green might be hard to make with the pans, yes. I'm about to start an Australian landscape, so we'll need to experiment. Interesting. You will have to keep us posted, Kathy. Yes. Nuria says mint green, sap green, tea green, yes. See, all these greens. That's a lot. Abigail says, I collected some leaves and hung them on a line. Love the autumn colours. I put on my Facebook wall. I'm going to have a look. I'll have a look, Abigail. Abigail says, yeah, we have them too next to my house. The maple trees. Ooh, nice. Janice says, Chrissy, then it's a whiteout for 6 months. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Still. Very peaceful. I think the white, you know, those forests, and they're all snow covered. I suppose all up there. Look, I better be very careful here. Not to create mud here. I need a dark. I need my red iron oxide here again. Back. Yes, yeah. Believe it or not, we do have snow, but it's all in the very southern part of Australia, and that's where, you know, Australia kind of like is tucked underneath where we're, you know, heading towards the South Pole. So there is snow in wintertime. But, and I have seen snow, but not much. Cherry says, is that eucalyptus? Yeah, eucalyptus. Okay. Oh yeah, Kathy says eucalyptus. Yes. You know what, Kathy? When we say eucalyptus, you're right. You know what I would be experimenting with? I would be, if you've got those colours, I would be experimenting with this colour. Bright yellow, green, extra dark. I would be experimenting, start off there and mix away. It's almost like olive, like an olive leaf, like olive. But I would start there. But yes, definitely have a play. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so last week, what I'll do is I'll just put this aside just for the moment. Last week I talked about the rose, the watercolour rose, and I said that I would swatch Oh, this is dangerous. Just let me put these aside just for a minute. I think I would do something very bad to my painting if I didn't do this. So just let me put these aside. I want to show you the swatches that I did last week, after the stream last week. Okay, hang on, 2 secs. Okay, just one moment. Okay, last week I talked about the Rosa Gallery, which I think Nanette bought. She informs us. Okay, so I did some swatching. And this is how it looks. I haven't done one for the palette though, but I have swatched here. And I'll show you what they look like. These three are not in this set. I bought those separately. But here we go. And this is what they're like. So for those who are interested, I found that they laid beautifully. I'm not quite sure. There is some granulation in some colours. I'm not quite sure whether it's the surface, but these are just gorgeous. Well, they did, you know, they did granulate. Here we go. Here's our ultramarine blue. It did granulate as well. There's a cobalt, you know. So I thought, and what I really loved were the sepia, the umber, the sepia, the Payne's grey, the neutral black. I really loved those. I loved the browns. Here we go. This is what I mean. Well, raw sienna, English red, Mars brown, burnt sienna. They're really, really beautiful. Yellow ochre is really, really nice. The indigo was lovely. I love the I can never pronounce this. Indanthrene. Bloody hell. Ultramarine. Yes. Oh, hang on. Let me just get my pumpkin away. There we go. Sorry. Yes. So, yeah. I love the turquoise. And you know, I don't know what you would call it. Some people, well, they've got it's turquoise, but some people might call it teal. But I love turquoise. That was lovely colour. The reds were beautiful. I loved the yellows. The golden yellows were really, really nice. So apart from these three colours, which I'm going to end up getting more pans. I know I'm going to do that. So, and this is my little book where I have all my swatches from. So I think, and this is the Strathmore, the soft cover, the Strathmore, and this is the. So then, what's really good is to compare. This is gouache. Which one is this one? This is the. Oh yes, okay. This is the Sennelier. They're lovely too. Wow. I think what's probably good is to, you know, to try, and you can get these open stock. You can get those. Okay. Yes. So. Let me see, which one was this one? These are one of my, these colours. Oh, here we go. The cad orange, the cadmium red light. No, here we go. No, sorry. Cad orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the cad orange, the cad red light, the cad red medium, and the carmine and the madder red. And what I did here, and how I did that, I put in the numbers and I put down whether it was semi-transparent, transparent, O for opaque, semi-transparent. So I'm not quite sure how, when you're swatching, how you do them. I'm sure you do them better than what I would do them. But yeah, so I think this is a good way. So when you want to buy another color, you at least know what number it is. Okay. Yes. All right. So there's more that I've got to do. It's always more. Always more. So anyway, so that's to show you what the results were from last week. I think great value for money and wonderful watercolors. I also recommend these if you would like to purchase these. Good value, that's what I'm trying to say. You'll get a lot of bang for your buck. For those, okay. So for those who are more interested in what we've done today, I took off the masking film today and I just laid down, some pastel down, and there's still quite a bit of work to go, as you can see, bit by bit. I'm going to see if I can finish it before October, the end of October. Not sure, we'll see. All right, so you love the turquoise cherry, yes. Oh yeah, they're very nice color. All right, my dear friends, thank you so much for joining me this week. For all of those who would want to join my Patreon group, you get a lot of hours for the amount of money that I charge. You get, let me see, 3. You get about 12 hours a month for not much. I mean, I don't know what it is in different, for 2 cups of coffee, let's just say, hey? That's what, so you get a lot of value, step-by-step, real-time tutorials, and I would wish you all to have a really nice weekend and a lovely week, and I'll see you the same time next week. And again, thank you, Janice, for moderating. Janice does a lovely job here. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now.